These 10 Pokemon deserve Mega Evolutions in Pokemon Legends ZA. Hey guys, Fus Force back again with another video. This time, we're going to be discussing Pokemon I believe deserve Mega Evolutions in Pokemon Legends ZA. Before we start with the list, be sure to subscribe if you're new here, and like the video, it helps out a lot. First up, we have a Pokemon that oddly didn't get a Mega Evolution the first time around. Flygon. A lot of Pokemon fans would argue that this Pokemon deserves a bug typing, but I think we should lean into the desert spirit vibe from several Pokedex entries. I would give Flygon the Ghost Dragon typing. With increases to attack and special defense stats, and access to the Defiant ability, which sharply raises attack when stats are lowered, this Pokemon would become a force to be reckoned with. I'd also give it access to several Ghost-type moves to increase its effectiveness in battle. If I were writing the Pokedex entry, it would go like this. The sheer energy released during its Mega Evolution pushed Flygon's body past the limit. It now literally embraces its nickname of the Desert Spirit. Next up, a Pokemon people often forget about, Shiftry. I think for Shiftry's Mega Evolution, I would give him the Grass Flying type so we could lean into the idea of his big leafy fans controlling the wind. With increases to attack, special attack, and HP, and access to the Gale Wings ability which gives priority to flying type moves, this Pokemon would become very interesting to use. Several Pokedex entries talk about how its fans can destroy buildings and stuff, which is awesome, so I wanted to lean into that with my Pokedex entry. As a result of its Mega Evolution, Shiftry's fans grew rapidly and allowed it to achieve flight. It is said that its heavy fans can summon a hurricane. The next Pokemon on my list deserves a lot more love than it gets, Ludicolo. Personally, I would keep the Water Grass typing. I think it's really cool. I'd also give Ludicolo an increase in special attack and speed. Additionally, I'd give him the Liquid Voice ability, which turns sound-based moves into the water typing. I'd also give him access to several sound-based moves to really amp up his learn set. Ludicolo's Pokedex entries really dig into the whole music and dancing kind of vibe, so that's what I'm trying to achieve here. After Mega Evolving, Ludicolo's festive song can be heard from miles away. It is said that all who hear it are compelled to dance. Next up, we have another Pokemon that I think doesn't get enough love, Cacturne. After Mega Evolving, Cacturne becomes a Grass Fire type. I would give Cacturne increases to special attack and attack, as well as access to the ability Drought, which summons sunny weather. An increased move pool to include several fire-type moves would make this Pokemon very interesting to use in battle. We're going to be really leaning into the desert aesthetic here with this Pokedex entry. The harsh heat of the desert sun gave rise to this Mega Evolution. Its body is constantly burned by the newly internalized Sunfire, giving it great power. The next Pokemon I'd give a Mega Evolution to is Gigalith. With my Mega Evolution, I would give Gigalith the Rock and Fire typing. I'd give increases to the attack stat and HP stats, and access to the ability Drought, which we previously mentioned. I would give Gigalith access to several fire-type moves to really lean into the ideas from several Pokedex entries talking about drawing energy in from the sun and releasing it. Here's my Pokedex entry for Mega Gigalith. Years of stockpiling the sun's energy has forced Gigalith to Mega Evolve. Its molten body burns foes who dare to venture too close. Hey everyone, Future Fus here to interrupt today's video to talk about today's sponsor. A special thank you goes out to the folks at Audible for your generous support of the channel. Guys, if you don't already know, Audible is an incredible website that gives you an opportunity to listen to amazing audiobooks. I've been using Audible for a long time now, actually. As a person who drives a lot to and from work, this is a huge thing for me. It passes the time listening to great stories. An audiobook I've been listening to here recently and I've enjoyed very much is The Psychology of Pokemon, The Power to Catch 'Em All. This is by an author named Anthony Bean, and he basically is having a conversation with the fans about how much we all love Pokemon, talking about cultural phenomena that happened like Twitch Plays Pokemon and why it was so influential. If this sounds awesome to you, because it is, you should definitely check it out. You can use the link displayed on screen right now, or you can check out the link in the description to get a 30-day free trial of Audible's Premium Plus plan. In addition, you also get 1 credit to use on any audiobook in their library. Guys, you get to keep it. It's yours forever. Get The Psychology of Pokemon, or get an audiobook you want to listen to. I'm telling you guys, it's worth it. I've been using their service for quite a while now, and I'm so happy to be working with them on the channel. One more huge thank you to the folks at Audible for sponsoring the channel, and thank you for listening. Back to the video. Next up, we have another Pokemon from Generation 5 that deserves a little bit more love, Heatmor. After Mega Evolving, Heatmor becomes a Bug Fire type. We're really leaning into the evolution vibe of this Mega Evolution, because Pokedex entries say that Heatmor preys on Durant. My reasoning for all of this is like this Pokemon is evolving to become a better hunter. I would give Heatmor access to the Compound Eyes ability, which we commonly see in bug types and raises accuracy. I would also give it increases to special attack and special defense stats. In addition, I'd give it a wide variety of bug type moves. Here's its Pokedex entry. Generations of a diet of Durant have given Heatmor an edge in Mega Evolution. Its body has adapted to become more durable and accurate, making it an even fiercer hunter. The next Pokemon I'd love to see have a Mega Evolution is Vileplume. For Vileplume's Mega Evolution, we're going to keep the Grass Poison typing because I really like it. We're going to be giving Vileplume an increase to special attack and defense. Alongside that, we're going to give it the ability Perish Body, which means after a hit from a physical move, the attacker will faint in 3 turns unless they switch out. The reasoning for that is we're going to lean into the whole don't touch poisonous plants vibe. Here's its Pokedex entry. The energy released from Mega Evolution amplified its toxins. It is said that any who dare touch Vileplume in this state will meet an untimely end. Next up we have Poliwrath. For Poliwrath's Mega Evolution, we're going to be keeping the water fighting type and going with a more reckless fighter kind of build. Speaking of reckless, that's its new ability. The ability Reckless powers up moves that have recoil damage. We're going to be giving Poliwrath a buff to attack, defense, and speed as well. To match the new Reckless ability, we're going to be adding more moves to his learn set that include recoil damage. Mega Poliwrath's Pokedex entry would read, the energy from Mega Evolution caused Poliwrath much internal damage. It has since become dull to the sense of pain and has begun to act more recklessly in battle. To continue with our list, we have Spiritomb. Mega Spiritomb would keep its Ghost and Dark typing, and we'd be giving it a boost to special defense and defense. For its new ability, we're going to give it Wandering Spirit. This swaps abilities with the foe on contact. I'd also want to give it access to moves that can drain HP. That would kind of play into the idea of sapping life force energy from its opponent. We're going to be adding to this idea of a collection of spirits draining the energy from others and forcing other spirits to join their collective. Its Pokedex entry would be, countless lost souls join Spiritomb's collective, forcing it to Mega Evolve. It drains the life force of any who dare disturb its haunting. And last but not least, we have the choice that's probably going to get me the most hate in the comments from people who cannot stand the fact that we're probably going to see Mega Charizard Z. My concept for Mega Charizard Z is more lizard-like and less dragon-like. We're going with a fire ground typing, an increase to special defense, and HP, and the ability Stamina, which raises defense when hit. We're going to give him access to a bunch of ground-type moves, and we're going to really lean into the lore of a Cave Guardian with this Pokedex entry. Charizard was once a master of the skies before this Mega Evolution. Its fires can illuminate an entire cavern, vastly changing the underground ecosystem. And that's it. Which Pokemon do you think deserves a Mega Evolution in Pokemon Legends ZA? Special thank you to my channel members for making videos like this possible. Have yourself an incredible rest of your day, but above all else, stay excellent to each other, and I'll see you next time.